Good morning, Lavelle McCampbell. This is Dr. Hall, and we are excited that today is Packet Pickup Day. Lots of people have come together to make sure that you all continue to learn as we are out on this little break. And so our teachers have worked hard to put packets, our aides. People will be working today to distribute these packets to you all. And so I just want to run through a couple of the procedures. So today from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m., parents are welcome to come pick up the packets. Don't forget that you can download them online. And you can go to the www.acpsd.net page, and right there on the front page, there are links to the virtual packets. They're in PDFs, and you will have to print them. You can also access them through Schoology. If you forget your account, it is your school lunch number, and the password has been reset for everyone to LMMS 2020. So you can access that 3 different types of ways, okay? If your parents are choosing to come pick them up today, we would like for them to already have your name and your grade in the front window so that the person out at Carline can radio quickly into the cafeteria and your packets can be brought out. No one will be getting out of cars. Also, we are continuing to make sure that students are receiving lunch and breakfast. Now, our breakfast is packaged with our lunch. So there are a couple of ways that you can continue to get lunch. One is to come to our site at 11:30 to 1. You can also go to other sites around Graniteville Elementary, Burt. You can pick up from any of the pickup sites, the grab and go sites. Another way is that there are buses that are traveling with the lunches on the bus. And so take a look at those routes. They are listed on the website along with our social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Also, you guys know we have the care closet, and so we know we have students who have needs and sometimes they're not quite met. We will continue to supply you all with anything that you need to live daily and be for hygiene products, or if you need school supplies. So the way that you can get those school supplies is just you can either contact me through email, Miss McMillan or Miss Mealing. So I do want to go ahead and give our little motivational talk right now. It's really important in this time and I encourage you to do a few things, okay? One is read. You guys know how I feel about reading. I talk about this all the time. The top CEOs in the world read about 30 books a year. And so it's really important. There's a reason they read. Knowledge is definitely something, gaining knowledge is something that definitely empowers you and is something that you want to do. Also, just as a small reminder, I've told you guys that, every time that we have had a break and I am driving up to Lavelle, I am so excited and full of joy because of you all. You are amazing kids. I look forward every day to your hugs, your sweet comments, funny stories. I mean, it's just such a joy to work at Lavelle with you students, our teachers, our administration, our guidance. We have amazing people. And so I don't want you to forget those things that make up our great school of Lavelle. And so we will definitely be I will be working with Ms. Burhost to continue to get you messages out. And so what that looks like, we are going to determine in the next couple of days. And we really want you to participate as well. So definitely be watching. I know you guys are on Instagram. You may want to have your parents get on Facebook because we do post there as well. So that you can get some information as to how you can continue to collaborate with us and be the face of our morning news, okay? So again, you know how I like to read, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about my reading. Encourage you while you're at home to get off of your cell phones for 20 minutes, get off of Instagram, get off of the Xbox, and just please give me 20 minutes of reading, okay? Of your choice. I don't care what it is, okay? And so I'm going to tell you a little bit about the books I'm reading. I'm actually reading one other book, I think is the only book I'm reading right now. I left it at school, The Winning with People, which I do want to remind you about that. We talked a lot, not this week, but last week, about relationship building. And this is more important than ever as you may get cabin fever with your family and you're kind of isolated, not being able to do what you normally do, is to remember that the importance of taking steps back sometimes, reflecting, and really building those relationships with your family, those strong relationships. And remember, we want you to be a lifter, not a leaner, okay? So lift your family, help everyone rise to the best of their ability in these times, okay? So I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I'm reading. I read for different purposes. We've talked about that. Sometimes it's pleasure. Sometimes it's for my career, things like that. Sometimes it's to help me to be a better parent. So one of the things I guess you call it for pleasure. I'm kind of a weirdo. You all know that about health. I like to learn about a lot of things in relationship to health. And so right now I'm reading DNA Restart and the DNA Restart. And so it's just about like how you actually can take in things today that are processed and the effects that it has on your body and your DNA. It can actually break down your DNA. And then what can actually help to rebuild some of your DNA, and that it makes sure that your brain is working to the best of its ability, your body is working to the best of its ability. And so this is a great little interesting read. I guess I'll go to the Walt book next. So, we're Disney themed this year, so it's really exciting to have this book. Thanks again, Miss Coffin. And something that I thought, and this time that's a little trying. It's unlike anything we've seen before. I've never had a mass shutdown like this during my educational career, and I know, have not either. And so chapter 5 of this talks about facing fear and failure. And so it's all the adversity I've had in my life, all my troubles and obstacles have strengthened me. You may not realize it when it happens, but a kick in the teeth may be the best thing in the world for you. So what does that really mean, guys? Is this might not be the best of circumstances, but make the best out of it. Just make the best out of it, okay? The next book, and so the reason I'm sharing this is I'm trying to connect it to everything that's going on right now, okay? So, my lead like a superhero. This one's for the leadership team this summer, and I am actually on the Superman chapter, and definitely something that I need to work on. I can be a bit of a multitasker. And so in this book, it talks about, with Superman, that now today we've really over exaggerated would not be the word. Glorified. Maybe we've over glorified being a multitasker. But when you're multitasking, 100% of your energy is never on one thing. And so that you really do your best when you're giving 100% to one project at a time. So in here it talks about, you can see right there, right? One project plus 100% equals super achievement. So it talks about the difference between overachievers and super achievers. So super achievers are able to focus on that one project and complete it. I mean, like, bam, great stuff going on, right? And so that's what I encourage you to do. When you get all these packets, you might just want to like dibble in this and that, and it may be easier to take one focus at a time. Really schedule yourself into what your focus is going to be at that moment, okay? Because you can really definitely get overwhelmed, sidetracked if you're doing too many things at one time, okay? So it talks about super achievers go from one success to another because they do not tackle too many things at once. In fact, they know if they can just focus on one thing, it will be better than attempting two, and two is better than three, and so on. And so, great book. Again, just reminding us that we want to take on one task at a time. Another new book, and shout out to Miss Turner, because if you know anything about Miss Turner, she loves Harry Potter. And so this book is If Harry Potter Ran General Electric, Leadership Wisdom from the World of the Wizards. And so the chapter that I want to kind of leave you with before I sign off here is about learning. Because right now, you really have to take on a commitment to your learning. Your teachers will be available from 9 to 11 and 1 to 3, of course. But you really have to set your schedule and stay focused. So this talks about your learning. First, commit to learn every day. Greatness arises only out of knowledge. You can't be a great leader or an exemplary contributor in any endeavor without an ongoing thirst for knowledge. We all have to learn not to take things at face value, but to dig until we discover the real truth that alone will fuel our enterprises properly. We have to be constantly learning from our mistakes as well as our successes. This is also an important part of the preparation for life's challenges that facilitates courage. Second, work with passion and courage. So, again, I leave you with this. Be thinking about your commitment to your learning and to your knowledge. We are available at any time. Just make sure, again, you're contacting teachers between 9 to 11, 1 to 3, and we look forward to seeing you hopefully soon. And remember, here at Lavelle McCampbell Middle School, we believe applying our knowledge is power. There is a leader within all of us. We are solution-minded. We have high expectations. We honor the past while we envision the future. Make it a great day or not. The choice is yours.